Have you ever been told, "Wait, you can't be that age"? Or maybe you've seen someone and thought, "How are they still glowing like that?" Here's the thing, looking younger than your age isn't always about skincare routines or good genes. Sometimes, it's about things no one really talks about, subtle habits, mental shifts, and deeper ways of living that silently rewind your biological clock. In fact, science is just catching up to what ancient Stoic philosophers understood centuries ago. The way you think, feel, and move through life affects how your body ages, more than any cream, supplement, or surgery ever could. So in this video, we're not just listing surface-level tips. We're diving into 5 hidden reasons why you, or someone you know, might look years younger than their actual age. And here's the twist, these reasons have more to do with how you live than what you buy. Each point reveals something deeper, something often overlooked, and as you'll see, a Stoic mindset quietly powers them all. Ready to find out what's really keeping you youthful? Let's start with something most people get wrong, but the ones who age gracefully have quietly mastered. Before we begin, if you're drawn to Stoic wisdom and timeless insights that help you live with clarity and courage, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. It supports the work, and brings more philosophy into more lives. Now, let's explore today's teaching. Part 1. You manage stress differently. Let's start with something you can't see in the mirror but plays a massive role in how young you look, the way you deal with stress. Now, let's be honest. We all experience stress. Bills pile up. Relationships strain. Unexpected events throw our lives off course. That's normal. But what most people don't realize is that chronic stress, the kind that lingers for weeks, months, or even years, is one of the biggest contributors to aging. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. And over time, high cortisol levels do a lot of damage. It breaks down collagen, which is the protein that keeps your skin firm and elastic. It weakens your immune system, making you more likely to get sick. And it even ages your cells, literally speeding up the biological clock inside your body. But here's the key takeaway. It's not just about having stress, it's about how you respond to it. Some people react to stress with panic, anger, or emotional outbursts. Others, those who seem to age more slowly, have learned to meet stress with a different mindset. They don't let it consume them. They remain steady, centered, and calm. And this isn't by accident, it's a trained skill. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in. You see, a Stoic doesn't try to run away from life's difficulties. Instead, they focus on what they can control, their thoughts, their reactions, and their perspective. They understand that the outside world will always be unpredictable. But the inner world? That's their domain. As the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This mindset does more than just bring peace of mind, it literally protects your body from the harmful effects of stress. Let's break this down into a few practical techniques you can use to manage stress like a Stoic, and, in turn, preserve your youth. Practical tip 1. Practice negative visualization. This may sound strange, but one powerful Stoic habit is to imagine things going wrong before they happen. Not to be pessimistic, but to prepare your mind. Ask yourself, what if I lose this job? What if this relationship ends? What if the plan doesn't work out? By visualizing setbacks before they occur, you reduce the emotional shock when life actually throws you a curveball. This mental rehearsal makes you more adaptable, and less reactive, when challenges arrive. And guess what? When your mind stays calm, your body does too. Practical tip 2. Control your inner dialogue. We talk to ourselves all day long. The problem is, most people don't realize how toxic their inner voice can be. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," try saying, This is tough, but I've handled worse. Shift your internal language from reactive to rational. The more you practice speaking to yourself like a wise, supportive friend, the less likely you are to spiral into stress. And that inner calm? It reflects outward in your expression, posture, and energy. Practical tip 3. Engage in mindful breathing. This one's simple, but powerful. Just 5 minutes a day of slow, deep breathing can significantly lower your cortisol levels. Try this. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale slowly for 6. Do this for 5 minutes, especially during or after stressful moments. Over time, your nervous system becomes trained to relax faster, helping you recover more quickly from tension and overwhelm. The bottom line is this. Looking youthful isn't about avoiding stress. Life will always bring challenges. It's about how gracefully you handle those challenges. It's about staying calm when others panic, steady when others wobble, and grounded when life tries to shake you. People who manage stress wisely don't just feel better, they age better. So if someone says, "You look young for your age," it might not be your skin cream. It might just be your Stoic mindset. Part 2. The unexpected habit that keeps certain people looking effortlessly young. Have you ever met someone who just seems to glow from the inside out, someone who looks peaceful, content, and years younger than their actual age? They might not have a fancy skincare routine or wear the latest fashion. But what they do have is something much more powerful, a deep sense of inner joy that comes from appreciating the simple things in life. They aren't constantly chasing after the next big thrill, or trying to impress others. Instead, they smile at small pleasures, a warm cup of tea, a quiet walk through the park, an afternoon spent reading, or simply watching the sunset. This isn't just poetic, it's backed by science. Research shows that people who live simpler, more content lives tend to have lower levels of inflammation, better sleep quality, and longer telomeres. Now, telomeres are the protective caps on your DNA. Think of them like the little plastic tips on your shoelaces. The longer and stronger they are, the slower your cells age. So in very real, physical terms, a simpler life slows down the aging process. And this is where Stoicism offers powerful insight. The Stoics, ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, believed that true happiness doesn't come from wealth, fame, or constant entertainment. It comes from needing less, wanting less, and being content with what you already have. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." But what does that actually mean in today's world? It means we need to stop filling every moment of silence with noise. It means we don't need to scroll endlessly, binge-watch every new show, or fill our homes with more and more stuff. Because when life becomes too cluttered, whether it's your schedule, your social life, or your thoughts, you lose clarity. And when your mind is cluttered, it reflects in your body. You look tired, tense, and aged. But when you simplify, something beautiful happens. Your mind relaxes, your face softens, and your energy becomes lighter. So let's talk about how you can actually put this principle into practice. Here are a few practical, doable steps you can try right away. Practical tip 1. Declutter one area of your life each week. Start small. Maybe clean out one drawer. Cancel one unnecessary commitment. Or even just silence your phone for an hour each day. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can remove that's not adding real value to my life? Decluttering isn't just about physical space, it's about mental space, too. When your surroundings are calm and organized, your inner world becomes clearer. And clarity is ageless. Practical tip 2. Keep a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's the smell of coffee in the morning, a smile from a stranger, or a good conversation with someone you love. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already enough. And when you feel like you have enough, your body stops operating in stress or survival mode. In Stoic terms, this is called eudaimonia, a flourishing life based on virtue, not excess. Practical tip 3. Avoid overconsumption. And this one is crucial in today's digital age. Too much food, too much social media, too much noise, it all overwhelms the system. Try setting boundaries. Take regular breaks from your phone. Eat until you're satisfied, not stuffed. Choose real-life experiences over screen time. The goal is not to deprive yourself, it's to give your body and mind space to rest, recover, and be present. You see, living simply doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're finally tuning in. When you stop chasing more stuff, more attention, more stimulation, you start to see the beauty in what's already there. That calm, that contentment, that deep sense of peace. It shows. It shows in your posture, your eyes, your energy. And people notice. So if someone says to you, "You seem so youthful, what's your secret?" You can smile and say, "I just keep life simple." That's a Stoic truth, and a timeless one. Part 3. Why purposeful movement keeps you young. Have you ever watched someone walk into a room and thought, "Wow, they just seem so alive"? They might not be the youngest person there. But there's something about the way they carry themselves, confident, energized, graceful. It's not just about looking good. It's something deeper. They move with purpose. This is one of the hidden reasons why some people seem to age more slowly. They're not just moving their bodies, they're moving with intention. Let's break this down. We all know that physical activity is important. Science has confirmed it over and over again. When you move your body regularly, it increases blood flow, which delivers oxygen and nutrients to your skin and organs. It boosts your mood by releasing endorphins. And it slows aging at the cellular level by improving metabolism, strengthening muscles, and enhancing your cardiovascular health. But there's another level to this. People who age well often don't just move for the sake of exercise. They move with a reason behind it. They walk with awareness. They stay active not to impress others, but to take care of the one body they've been given. They stay engaged in activities that align with what truly matters to them, whether it's gardening, hiking, building something, serving others, or simply taking a mindful walk every morning. This brings us to a powerful idea from Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that living well meant living in alignment with nature, and that includes your human nature. According to them, each of us has a role to fulfill, a reason for being here. And when we live in harmony with that purpose, we thrive. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, don't just talk about what's meaningful. Don't just daydream about goals. Live them out. Do them. Walk your talk. When you move through life with purpose, whether it's through your work, your hobbies, or even your morning routine, you radiate a quiet confidence and strength. And that inner alignment shows in your posture, your energy, and even your skin. Now let's get practical. Here are some simple, science-backed and Stoic-inspired ways to move with purpose in your daily life. Practical tip 1. Take a daily walk with awareness. Don't just walk to burn calories. Walk to reconnect with your breath, your surroundings, and your sense of self. As you walk, notice how your feet hit the ground. Feel the rhythm of your body. Listen to the sounds around you. Breathe in deeply. This isn't about speed or distance, it's about presence. This simple practice not only keeps your body healthy, but it also brings calm and clarity to your mind, two things that definitely help you look and feel younger. Practical tip 2. Build strength at least twice a week. You don't have to go to the gym for hours. Just do a few bodyweight exercises, like squats, push-ups, or planks, twice a week. Why? Because strength isn't just for athletes. It's essential for maintaining good posture, keeping your joints strong, and preventing muscle loss as you age. Stoics believe that discipline of the body supports discipline of the mind. And staying strong physically helps you stay sharp and independent, qualities that keep you vibrant well into old age. Practical tip 3. Align your goals with your core values. Ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that truly matter to me? Does my daily activity reflect what I stand for? When you chase goals that aren't aligned with who you are, it leads to burnout, anxiety, and a sense of restlessness, all of which can literally show up on your face. But when your actions match your values, you feel more peaceful, more grounded. And that sense of meaning shows. It softens your expression. It makes your eyes brighter. It gives your life a certain spark. So, moving with purpose isn't just about staying fit. It's about how you live each moment. How you walk through your day. How you treat your body, not as a project to fix, but as a vehicle for living with intention. Whether it's walking, stretching, lifting, or simply being present with what you're doing, when you move with purpose, you activate a kind of energy that makes you come alive. And people feel that. They may not be able to explain it, but they see it. In the way you move. In the way you stand. In the way you age, gracefully and powerfully. So if you want to look younger, stronger, and more grounded, don't just move more. Move with purpose. Part 4. Letting go of drama keeps you glowing. Let's talk about something most people never connect to looking younger, but it plays a huge role. Your emotions. More specifically, how you handle them. You've probably noticed this before. Two people can be the same age, but one seems weighed down, always irritated or anxious. The other? Calm, grounded, peaceful, even glowing. So what's the difference? It often comes down to emotional detachment. Now, let's be clear, this doesn't mean you're cold or disconnected. It means you've learned not to let every emotion take over your life. See, most people are reactive. Someone says something rude, and they explode in anger. They see someone doing better than them, and they stew in jealousy. They hold on to grudges for years, letting resentment live rent-free in their minds. And that constant emotional turbulence? It doesn't just affect their peace, it shows up on their face, in their posture, in their energy. Stress from negative emotions releases cortisol, which over time damages the skin, weakens the immune system, and accelerates aging, both inside and out. But people who age well, who stay youthful in spirit and appearance, often have something in common. They don't let every little thing get under their skin. They've developed the ability to step back, breathe, and observe their emotions, without becoming trapped by them. And that's where Stoic wisdom comes in. The Stoics were masters of emotional regulation, not by ignoring their feelings, but by learning to understand and manage them. They believed that suffering doesn't come from external events, it comes from how we interpret and react to those events. Marcus Aurelius said it best. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. In other words, it's not what happens, it's how you respond. And when you learn to respond with calm instead of chaos, with presence instead of panic, you protect not just your peace of mind, but your health, your vitality, and yes, your appearance. Light bulb. Let's explore a few practical ways to develop emotional detachment in your life. Practical tip 1. Journal your emotions every day. Don't bottle your feelings up, and don't let them control you either. Take 5 or 10 minutes each evening to write about what you felt during the day. What made you angry? What made you anxious? What thoughts kept looping in your mind? Putting it on paper helps you process those emotions in a safe and healthy way. It gives you distance. It's like stepping outside the storm and watching it from a distance. And the more you do this, the less those emotions will have power over you. Practical tip 2. Create a pause before you react. One of the most powerful things you can do, especially when you're triggered, is to pause. The next time something frustrates you or someone pushes your buttons, stop and take a breath. Count to 5 if you need to. This moment of space gives your rational brain, the prefrontal cortex, a chance to step in before your emotions take over. It sounds simple, but this one small practice can dramatically improve your relationships, your decisions, and your stress levels. And when you reduce stress, you reduce the aging effect it has on your body. Practical tip 3. Meditate on impermanence. Stoics often reminded themselves that everything is temporary. Joy, pain, success, failure, they all come and go. When you meditate on this truth, it helps you detach from the emotional roller coaster. Try this. When you're overwhelmed by an emotion, whether sadness, anger, or fear, gently remind yourself, "This will pass." Because it will. That awareness helps you stay centered. And when your inner world is calm, your outer world reflects that serenity. So, what does this all have to do with looking younger? Everything. Chronic emotional stress wears you down. It tightens your muscles, frowns your face, drains your energy. But when you practice emotional detachment, not by ignoring feelings, but by managing them wisely, you protect your body and mind from that wear and tear. And people can see it. You smile more. You breathe more freely. Your eyes become clearer. Your skin looks lighter. You age slower, not because life is easier, but because you've learned how to carry it better. So if you want to preserve your youth, your peace, and your strength, start by mastering the art of letting go. Detach from what doesn't serve you. And watch how not only your mindset changes, but your entire presence begins to shine. Part 7. Meaning, the ultimate anti-aging secret. Let's end with something that goes deeper than skin care, diet, or exercise. Something that truly makes a person glow from the inside out. And that is, living with a sense of meaning. Now, I'm not talking about having a fancy job title, or being rich and famous. Meaning isn't about the size of your paycheck or how many people follow you online. It's about something deeper. It's about waking up in the morning with a reason, a purpose, something that gives your life a sense of direction and fulfillment. Think about people you've met who just seem lit up from within. They may not look traditionally young, but there's a spark in their eyes. An energy in the way they move. A calm certainty in how they speak. That's the power of living with purpose. And science backs this up. Studies have shown that people who feel their lives have meaning tend to have stronger immune systems, sleep better, experience less anxiety and depression, and even live longer lives. But beyond the physical health benefits, they also tend to look and feel younger, because they're not drifting through life. They're connected to something bigger than themselves. Now, let's bring in a little Stoic wisdom. The Stoics believed that the key to a good life wasn't chasing pleasure or avoiding pain, it was living in alignment with virtue. That means living with honesty, courage, compassion, discipline, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, once said, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." In simple terms, what you aim for matters. If your goals are shallow, your life will feel empty. But if your ambitions are meaningful, like becoming a better parent, helping others, creating something beautiful, or learning something new, your life will feel full. And that fullness? It's visible. It shows up in your smile. It shows up in the way you carry yourself. And yes, it makes you look and feel younger. So how do you begin to live with more meaning? Let's talk about a few practical steps you can take, starting today. Practical tip 1. Define your core values. Take a few quiet minutes and ask yourself, what do I believe in, deep down? Is it kindness? Growth? Freedom? honesty, faith? Your values are like your internal compass. Once you define them, you can begin to shape your life around them, how you spend your time, who you spend it with, and what goals you pursue. When your actions match your values, you feel more aligned, more grounded. And that emotional clarity? It shows in your body and your face. Practical tip 2. Serve something greater than yourself. Meaning often comes from giving, not getting. Maybe it's helping someone through a tough time. Maybe it's creating art that moves people. Or maybe it's simply showing up every day with love and presence for your family. You don't need a grand mission. Just a willingness to care, to contribute, and to leave things better than you found them. Even small acts of service, done with intention, can make you feel more alive. And that sense of aliveness can be more rejuvenating than any anti-aging product. Practical tip 3. Reflect regularly on what gives you meaning. Once a week, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what gave my life meaning this week? Was it a deep conversation? A challenge you overcame? Time spent in nature? Helping someone in need? This habit of reflection keeps your focus on what matters most, and helps you tune out the noise of what doesn't. Over time, you'll notice a pattern. Your energy will shift toward what lights you up, and away from what drains you. And that's the secret: people who live with meaning don't burn out as quickly. They have an internal fuel source. They don't need constant stimulation or approval. They're lit from within. So if you want to look and feel younger, not just on the outside, but on the inside, start by living a life that matters to you. Not to the world. Not to your social media followers. To you. Because when you live with meaning, you don't just extend your years, you expand them. You make them rich, colorful, and full of depth. And that depth, believe it or not, is incredibly youthful. Because youth isn't just about fewer wrinkles or more energy. It's about how you show up. With curiosity. With passion. With presence. So ask yourself, what gives my life meaning? And then go live it, fully. That's how you stay truly young. Looking younger than your age is more than good genetics or skin serums. It's a reflection of your inner landscape, your mind, your emotions, your choices. You manage stress wisely. You move with intention. You find joy in simplicity. You detach from unnecessary drama. You live with meaning. These hidden reasons reveal a deeper truth. Youthfulness isn't preserved, it's practiced. And in this, Stoicism becomes not just a philosophy, but a fountain of youth. So ask yourself, which of these principles can you start embracing more today? Because the way you live shapes the way you age. And remember, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Seneca. Thank you for watching. If this video inspired you, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and self-mastery. Until next time. Live with calm. Live with clarity. Live with purpose.